Hiroshima. Okay, before Professor Sinjiro Ogita presented his talk, allow me to read his CV. So Professor Sinjiro Ogita has over 2 decades of experience in the field of plant biotechnology, and he started his research career as a master's student in the United Graduate School of Agriculture at Tokyo University in 1992, and he received his Ph.D. also in agriculture. And he is an expert in the field of cell and tissue culture and transformation technologies for higher plants. And he has many years of experience in the field. And he started his academic career at the Laboratory of Plant and Cell Engineering, Biotechnology Research Center, and Department of Biotechnology, Toyama Prefectural University in Japan. And he belongs to Prefectural University of Hiroshima from 2015 until now. And he presently works as a full professor at the Department of Development of Local Resources, which was newly established in 2020. And he is now the Dean and Professor of Faculty of Bioresource Sciences at Prefectural University. Okay, everyone, join me in welcoming Professor Dr. Sinjiro Ogita. And Professor Sinjiro Ogita will be presenting for about 20 to 30 minutes because we have like 1 hour for the first speech. And after that, we can continue with question and answer. Okay, Professor Ogita, over to you, sir.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Chairman. And thank you for the introduction of my background. And I also express my thank you for the all the audience. Today, I just introduced the idea or concept of kind of education of the risk for the research development or education development itself in the field of the biological sciences. But I believe that this type of information probably good for sharing to build up the kind of educational teaching activity. All right. Let's start the slide sharing. Just wait. And can you see the full slide? It's okay?
Yes, sir.
All right. All right. Now, I just start my talking, and this is a kind of main focus, the tips for success in bioresource scientific education and research in PUH. So just start a little bit brief introduction about the university and the education system, and then shift it to the detailed. All right, as already mentioned, I am the Sinjiro Ogita, and now I worked as a Dean of the Faculty of Bioresource Sciences. Oh, just wait. We need the PowerPoint and the red option. And here, and the research theme or other research content, as you can see, our faculty focus on focus on kind of bioresources, including the plant, animal, microorganism, and of course, we need to focus on the environment effect of against the environment, or against the industry, or against the farming. So all things we need to develop the good focus on the concept of the education and the research. And here is a location. I just belong to the Hiroshima Prefecture, and here in Indonesia, your university, and our university have a strong relation to Indonesian university, including your university. Or sometimes I visit the Jemba University also for communication or development or research and education. And another small brief introduction that we have the three campuses. One is the main campus, Hiroshima City, located in Hiroshima City. And another is located in Mihara City. And my city is the Shobara area, is a little bit the northern part of Hiroshima. And each faculty have several department plus the graduate course, as you can see. And here is our faculty and the graduate school, just a brief introduction. And I just focus on my section. And the Faculty of Bioresource Sciences consists from the 2 departments plus 2 courses, special courses. Focus on the local resources or focus on the life and environmental sciences. That means a life science course plus environmental science course. And of course, we have the graduate course, the master and the doctor course, to strictly focus on biological system sciences. All right. So as I said, we need to make actual idea and concept, and such an idea and concept have to show to the student. Of course, our staff have to understand clearly and how we need to develop the education way. Right. Here is a kind of information that our department consists from the how many students. Like one department consists from the 40 students per year, the annual number of students, and the others consists from the 50 and 50 students. And each course have a capacity of 50 students. So that means the 140 students per year. So our staff in a department and the course, the maximum 12 staffs. So that means if we calculate it, the 3 to 4 students per staff. So this is a kind of compact scale education and research system, I think. So the today's my talk is basically the small or compact scale education system. But okay, here. And this is a kind of main title of today's talk, the how to create its originality in a subject. So the subject, that means yes, it's really basic idea or basic concept of the field of the biological system education, but the subject itself. Yeah, one idea of the subject about the subject is not the originality, but the kind of common things or basic things. But to show the kind of specific or special idea or concept, the originality is really important. And just come to here, this is come from the business idea or a business issue, the 7 way to create the original work. And not the all, but some idea from 1 to 7, for example, put an old idea into a new context, or sometimes come up with a new way of doing something. For example, establishing a new subject or starting the new research project. So we need to think or consider about this type of things, right? Now move on to the first section. Okay, today I just pick up some probably useful information for you, and from 1 to 4. And this is a kind of basic idea or basic things to do the education. But firstly, the concept making in the title of subject. The title of subject is really impressive to student. So this is kind of important. And the secondary concept making in the curriculum or syllabus of the department or faculty. Department and faculty have to show that their own concept like diploma policy or curriculum policy like this one. The below that I just pick up the diploma policy of the department. Like, yes, we focus on the practical development of the practical skill to explore the field of agriculture and food that are really essential for sustainable or stable life in the future. So that means to show that this type of, or to understand that this type of diploma policy or curriculum policy, we need to put the concept in the curriculum of the department clearly. And thirdly, the program making. This is kind of one of the special tips to making the original or original education system. And the point is with the city office or with the local communities, or just to make a kind of connection to the government based or something like that. And lastly, the new platform, the learning support system with CAI, that means the kind of the assistant learning system or education system using the IT technology or something. Okay, and just move on to the brief introduction about the diploma policy or curriculum policy. In my department, this is an image and the information from the website. And we clearly showing our concept, the creating the future of local industry by exploring the agriculture and food. Based on this flag, we just prepare what we need to develop the kind of special, that means the original subject or original learning system. Okay. And here, and first topics and the concept making in the title of subject. As you can see, this is one of the example as the curriculum information for the first year student. And the first year student sometimes cannot understand the concept of the topics or what they should do in a subject. So that means, for example, the common undergraduate course provided like biology, chemistry, or basic analytical chemistry. And this is a kind of common title of the subject, but we already put the kind of basic subject for developmental specialization. So this is a kind of one concept of our education system, and what we put in the curriculum is here. And one is international agriculture, practical and training, or others like field science related subject. The field science is really broad, showing the broad meaning or broad area, but we need to put this type of concept in a subject. Okay, let's move to here. For example, and practical field science one, as you can see here, this is a kind of activity-based learning, or we can put the basic concept or idea, the what is really important to understand or to know the kind of education field. So that means that this field have a kind of two meaning, and the field for education or field in the local area, or something like that. And to do so, that we have the special unit like Field Science Education and Research Center. That means this center have a kind of function to do the education, or to do the research, or to communicate with local community. And the student just joined this type of activity and just build up their concept and the idea for the studies. And another one is international agriculture related subject. And this one, and our department, I can say that our university focus on international relation. So that means our department just focus on the international agriculture practice and training in a domestic area or in an international area. Okay, just move on to here. And this is an example. And this is a kind of special case in a year for the pandemic. So that means we always use the kind of Zoom system like this meeting, and build up the relation with the international partner university. And at that time, that we just put this type of lecture time with the partner university to spread it out or to explain what is a really important point in the worldwide agriculture system or food production, something like that. And this is one of the example, but as you can see, the student just enjoyed knowing the things or enjoying the communicate with a partner university staff or partner university student. And right here, and partner university staff could provide the kind of information about the international collaboration in partner university, or sometimes give the kind of opportunity to know the system, like collaborative system for the education and the research activities. Oh, this is a partner university information. And here, for put the kind of concept to the student, from the second year, we organize the 3 different specialized courses like focus on the food product and on the agricultural production, and focus on the food analysis or development, or sorry for that, focus on the management of the food and the agriculture issues to put the idea and the concept to the society. Okay, move on to the next one. As you can see, that in the second year, that we already put the three specific the field of education and research, and put the regular basic subject like this one, or put the special course for education. And as you can see here, the special basic subject, and here is the for subject of department specialization. And for specialization, we put the several, of course, the specialized, but the basic and the advanced subject, and like next generation agriculture, or still the practical training with a regional plan or something. Okay, to continue my talk, let me make a brief introduction of our education system. Probably this information, supporting information for you. And here is a curriculum. It's a general education curriculum. The student need to get the 36 credit based on a foreign language, ID, or some other basic idea or skill. And the next one is a specialized education subject, like a total the 80 credit they have to get. And another is a curriculum for the graduation thesis, and 8 credit they have to get. And in total, 124 credit they have to get for graduation. And one of the special conditions for education, that means the student, undergraduate student, have to join in a laboratory about 2 years, that means from the third year and the fourth year. So this is a kind of special originality of education system of our department or faculty. And of course, the really complicated things for the student. So that means another idea is that we already introduced a new platform for running support system with a CAI, like a computer-aided instruction. Okay, move on to here. Number 3, this is kind of most important issue that I want to express, and program making. And for program making for any subject, staff, the teacher have to show the kind of concept of the education. But the one point is with city office or with local community, like city hall staff or city council members, or chamber of commerce, or DMO, like destination management organization that focus on trip or build up the environment, or farmer or forester. So we invited this type of person for special lecture to student, and the student can understand the situation of local community or a situation of Japanese farming system or Japanese forest making system or about the business. So this type of the methods is really important to make a kind of original subject. And of course, the student just learn the things and have to feedback the kind of idea or information from the student side to the city hall staff or to the council member. So that means these are the kind of what can I say? We want to develop the good relation between the local community and the student, like exchange the idea or express the new concept to develop the city more sufficient or more new establish more new things. So that means I want to put this type of relation in a subject. Okay, another one is, okay, these are the kind of a brief introduction. I think that your university already put this type of system, but anyway, I can introduce our system. And here, as you can see, oh, sorry, some are Japanese, but we put the education system, assistance system called the campus cross. And here is one of the example that we can, the staff or student, check the syllabus or anke or homework of the subject based on this system. And like here, staff can provide the aim of the class or grade evaluation method or rubric or advice for the class. And the student also can understand the aim or evaluation method or rubric itself based on this type of system. So that means what our faculty want to do is just using this system and making the kind of correlation between the staff and the student, or sometimes the student-student interaction. And okay, here is another example, using the Microsoft system like Teams. I or other staff just creating their own class teams and put some information like a PDF file or doing the survey using the forms. And here another idea or another topics. When we start the teaching class, of course, in a class, we just directly provided the content. But in the same time, so we just make a recording, not the website teaching, but for the on-demand information, we start. It depends on the staff, but recording and later provided the kind of teaching class. Okay, another things that we strongly recommended to make a survey for the class and like attendance or like a comment after the class or just doing a check test in a website-based function. And okay, again, that this is a Japanese style, but the student take a small test. This is an example from the International Agriculture Practical Training course, and check the kind of the understandable level or notice or comment just put on here and listed right here. And we just evaluate this type of comment and to convert it into the credit. And another thing, so we need to make an analysis of the student background, like experience or basic skill. In this case, the English based on a TOEIC experience or TOEFL experience or some other English skill. So whether students have or not. And this is a kind of information about the experience to go abroad, like, in this case, the half of them experience, or some of them only one time. So that means our faculty, that sometimes the difficult to build up or to put communication subject in this type of specialized subject. But based on this type of analysis, we just make a new topics or a new class in this subject. So that means we need to develop the kind of working group consists from the few staffs and just discuss about the things and making the new class for this type of student. All right. This is the final slide. Of course, I just put the brief information about the education system, but so from first topics to the last topics, the point is what we can do to make originality in a subject. So that means the concept making is really important. How to express the concept to the student. Please think about that. And for the program making or for the new platform, I think that it's better to communicate with local community, and this type of challenge is really important to develop the originality. And the others, the computer-based system, probably sometimes are difficult, but the student in current age can understand this type of system. So that means, okay, it's a kind of important or useful assistance system that I think. All right, sorry, this is a kind of brief information. Thank you for your attention. And if you have some question, just, all right, I just stopped sharing.
Thank you. Thank you, Professor Ogita, for your presentation. It's basically about the introduction of the institutions, that university, and also the field of study that you are now managing at BUH. Okay, everyone. And now I would like to give an opportunity for question and answer. So in the first sessions, if you have questions, please, you may type in the chat box, or you may just speak directly to Professor Ogita if you like. Okay. Hang on, my computer is low. Anyway. Okay, so we have here Christy. Do you have the questions to ask? Okay, you are still muted. Please unmute yourself. Okay, Professor Ogita, it seems that we're still having some technical problems from Bu Christy.
Okay. So, if so, I can put the additional information about the Japanese education system. Just 2 minutes talk, if you want.
Oh, sure. Yeah. We're still waiting. Please, everyone, get ready. So, 2 minutes talks from Professor Ogita.
Just 2 minutes. Okay, here is the additional information. So why I focus on computer-based learning or assistance system is the Japanese government focus on the kind of build up the study program or study system we call the GIGA, GIGA system. And in this system, the Japanese government want to introduce this type of IT technology to the education system, especially the elementary school, junior high school, or high school, or even in a university. And they already provided some contents like e-learning system or education supporting tool. Sorry, almost all the Japanese, if you can, just translate. And make a kind of this type of e-learning system and focus on SDGs or recommended for the junior high. Oh, sorry, no laser point here. Junior high and high school, and here is the one of the related the biological system science related, like a microorganism, how to use. Or based on this type of focus, the younger generation makes a good use of ICT. Some are okay, some are still not okay. But here is another focus for the undergraduate or graduate student. Again, one of the Japanese government-based agency to provide this type of future content and to build up the idea and the skill of the biological system science. And sorry, this is kind of Japanese, but the category for e-learning just for chemistry, environment, life science, or materials, or even education area, or even engineering area, they provided such information. Okay.
Just now.
Yes, go ahead.
Okay.
Just now, Mr. Ogita told us that there are two kinds of teaching activities that was done in Hiroshima University. One is activity-based and remote system teaching. Would you like to share with us what might be the challenges that you face while you were doing those two systems of teaching with your students? Thank you.
Okay, thank you for question. And second question, like website communication or such a system, not only from my university, but from the foreign university. That means firstly, we need to make sure the kind of build up the relation with partner university. This is one way, of course, one way. And we already engaged the MOU, for example. Well, even not engaged MOU, we just think about the folks and build up the communication with foreign university or foreign research, for example. So that one is one important thing to build up the e-learning system, especially in the field of international communication. And the first question is for.
The first questions is when you were telling us that you were doing like activity based with your student when teaching some of the subject in your expertise. Would you like to tell us what the challenges?
All right. So what the challenge is I think there is a two things. One is how to pass or how to express our objectives or concept of the activity-based learning to the student. If the student clearly understands like a field science, so that means it's okay. And another thing is we need to put the kind of new or interesting activities for the student, like to visit a farmer or to visit in a research institute, for example. So if you can just build up such a relation, kind of conditions. So like to discuss with the institute or to discuss with the local community and just inviting them to the subject. The one probably effective, but really challenging.
Okay, if I may say that, it means that you will put your student into what is actually happening in real life, and then they will try to relate that with the subject that they are learning. Yeah. Thank you, sir. That was really inspiring for us. Thank you. I return back to Mr. Muklisin. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Bu Christy, for the questions. And we still have time for about 15 minutes before the session ends. And we have received one more question, sir. One more question from Bu Eka Santi. Allow me to read the question real quick. Based on your experience being involved in the management system of your university, especially the teaching and learning system, she asked, what is the difference in the teaching and learning experience before and after the new system is introduced in your university, is implemented?
All right. For example, I just focus on the computer assistant system. And before introducing the computer assistant system, of course, there is one benefit. The staff and the student can communicate each other. That one is offline communication. So that means become deep or sometimes become really active. But without the computer assistant system, so that means the computer assistant system can give the clear information based on the word or based on the document or based on the movies. So that means a student always can check or can understand the concept and the things what staff want to express. So that means after setting the computer teaching system in our university, there's such a small but important communication. It's no time difference or sometimes more effective compared with the offline meeting. The website meeting, like chatting, student always chatting. So have to reply. But still, I believe that this is the kind of the one challenging things, but really effective things for education.
And I can add, probably based on my experience, that younger generation really likes to engage in, in the online world for for to support their learning experience, and they are adapt to accept this new system, I believe.
Okay, but be sure, if the student just join laboratory, for example, even if they still stay in the next door, they cut it.
Yes, and that's a challenge. That's a challenge that requires control from the stakeholders. Okay, that's a really good questions, and we still have some times to perhaps we can accept one or two questions before we end the sessions. If the audience have questions to ask to Professor Ogita, is the best time for you. You may speak directly to him, or you may write your questions in the chat box. Just for your information, University of Muhammadiyah Jember, Universitas Muhammadiyah Jember, our university has established a strong partnership with PUH since many years ago, and we have the opportunity to visit PUH before COVID. And during the COVID, we also implemented partnerships, student exchange, and many other programs. But all of them are, are conducted online. So this is one of the opportunity for us to have to develop for some kind of these programs. It provides us with a flexibility in the process of teaching and learning. Okay, do we have questions? There's a really interesting talk from Professor Ogita, and Professor Ogita, because he is now the dean in the bioscience resource faculty, if I'm not mistaken. I think that what he speaks is truly related to, like what is happening in PUH. Okay, if there is no more questions, allow me to close these sessions. And I really appreciate Professor Ogita for being willing to be here during the weekend. I don't know what is it in Japan now? Is it winter, sir, or is it spring?
Weekend, but a special week we call the Golden Week, just the beginning. But it's okay.
Okay. Thank you, Professor Ogita. And we have one new message before ending because we still have time. Oh no.
Right.
Saying thank you, and gratitude, deep gratitude to you, sir, Professor Ogita.
Okay.
Thank you for being thank you for being with us, and you may now leave the meeting if you like. Thank you so much. And just one more greeting from Amalia. And she says that Japan is a country that is successful in terms of technology and even education, apart from technology, which can help advance education in Japan. This is a question, actually. Sorry, I'm mistaken for this is a greeting. So the question is because Japan is well known for its success in technology and in education. The question is, how do teachers in Japan shape the character of each student? Is related to the character, like for example.
So that means the meaning of question is staff want to know the independent student character, is it?
Well, perhaps what she means by character is like students' engagement and commitment to his or her study, and how do teachers in Japan maintain that character as a student, as a good student, if you like.
All right. So the basically using the computer-based assistant system, the all teacher can access the kind of the personal information. Now we build up the new system. So that means we can see the personal data, or we can see the what type of subject they can get with high credit or high rank credit or medium rank credit or low rank credit. So that means that based on analysis of the current status of student, we can do or we can input a kind of a supporting idea to the student or to the class. But still, this type of system just ongoing project. So in some subject, like a specialized subject, it's effective, but like a common subject, we need to carefully doing such analysis or support. So it's a little bit difficult situation, but it's now the challenge we need to put more.
Yep. All right. Okay. Thank you. Thank you so much, Professor Ogita. I hope that answers your questions to Amalia. And because the time is already up, I think that it's time for us to end this meeting. Thank you so much, Professor Ogita. It's really glad to have you here and see you in the future.
Yeah. In the near future, we just build up the relation more. Okay, thank you very much.
We hope so. Yeah, thank you so much. Yeah. Now come back to the coordinator, the committee. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Dr. Muhsin, to help assist the presentation. All right, to all audiences, participants, and presenters. Before moving on to the next keynote session, I'd like to inform you that the attendance will be sent in a moment in a chat box. So make sure you pay attention and fill in the form. This is to help you receive your certificate later. And we will also ask all presenters, to fill also, because it will be used for your certificate. And to all audiences, we have one good news for you. After all the keynote sessions, later we will have one quiz, which will likely conclude all sessions from our day 1 to day 2. So make sure you pay attention and you join the quiz, because we will not let you down. There will be something later coming up to you if you win the quiz. Okay, let me now greet the next moderator. I would like to invite Ibu Asti Bawika.
Okay. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Bismillah.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Yes. Okay. Mrs. Yawenchen is already in the meeting, so you can greet.
Okay, thank you, Ms. Mila. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh, everyone. My name is Asti Bawika Atmidya, and you can call me Asti. So today I will moderate the session with Ms. Yawenche. Hello, Ms. Cheng. Ms. Chen, are you there?